Hey, Brett said to watch out. There's a groundhog that lives in there. So I told him.
We're going to relocate him.
Okay.
Well, from what I've gathered, there's a 15-foot right-of-way from the center of the road out that we have to stay out of that zone. I think my barn actually was impeding on the right-of-way, so they're probably glad that we bulldozed it, but whatever. So we want to make sure our new house is like out of the way.
They've got you laid out here. That's 3 feet outside of the actual structure. So all the lines in actual excavation. They wouldn't let me even draw a solid line though, because I was wasting paint.
Oh my gosh.
So you gotta be careful and not mess up your dots. Jamie's got the stick set, so you can just chase him down to the level and stay cool in your air-conditioned cab.
That's right, don't sweat too much.
I love this blacked out cab though.
I'm starting to wonder here if he's having trouble actually cutting with that bucket. It's so wide. Like he might need to switch to the bucket with the teeth on it that's not so wide, because it seems like he would be going at it a little more aggressively here to drop a foot, but I don't know, I might have to ask him. I know you might be getting worried because none of you have actually seen a drawing of this house yet.
And we're not worried yet.
We kind of have started. So I just want to put you at ease here. I got it right here.
Okay, that's
See that? Now you can't tell, but I do that by hand. So, but I do have all the diagonals. These are gonna get us laid out nice and square. I even did some wacky ones just because I could, just to cross.
Those might be nice to have. Are you guys both cutting a foot?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you cutting a foot, Jamie?
Yeah.
You counting on that?
I didn't want to have to do a stepped footing here because I was hoping it would all end up on one level, but it's inevitable now. So we're gonna daylight this footing out until it comes out of the ground, and then we've got our next elevation lower set, and then we'll dig that front edge and we'll be good to go.
Cut it at 13, bend it at 8.
It's so much work to dig a small hole even like this by hand. Reminds me of that movie, Holes. You know, the kids have to dig holes. Never seen it. Sure it sucked, judging by what I just did. That is not supposed to be in pump mix.
That was in the line.
Yeah, that's about a 2.5-inch rock right there.
Got a pin there.
Yeah, just keep it coming here another sec. All right, it's good.
Yeah, you're on it. What time did you start work this morning?
3 a.m.
3 a.m. Wow. Regular screw, green concrete.
Look at that. It even, I heard it suck it down.
It actually holds. It's not like spinning out in there.
That's amazing. You got to catch it at just the right time,
Yeah,
right?
you can't do that the day after.
Our 8-inch block foundation is going to be 13 courses high. That will leave us in the finish clear 8 feet. ceiling height in the basement. Now the basement is not accessible from the upstairs part of the house. There's no stairway going down or anything like that. And that's because the upstairs level is all we wanted. We didn't want to add any more square footage in the basement, and we don't need it. What we really do need though is some storage space. Just do the adjustable feet on the very 2 outside legs. It's been a long day. Here's the last block. Me and Arlo are gonna double team it. Wow, it even fits. His side fit. I had to cut mine, I won't lie. But this is quite a monumental moment here. Lots of sweat. Almost a few tears went into this foundation in only 2 days, right?
Yep.
1 truck full of gravel. 1 foundation that needs gravel. Truck driver trying to figure out how to get it in there. Gravel from there to there. It should be easy, right? We finally come up with a plan. The only safe way that we think we can do this is dumping the gravel off of our little parking area, get the machine down here, and throw it in. We really want to come off the bank. I mean, I really want to watch you drive the dump truck down the bank right there.
I know. It'll look cool.
It'd be fun. I mean, at least for the moment. Might make a good video. If
I guarantee that.
if you're interested in that kind of thing, you know, we got to create some kind of drama here for the channel. So big dump truck, wet grass,
Sliding sideways.
it can't quite reach the back. So guess what? Time to get out the shovels. It's just part of the job, I guess.
I was noticing Van didn't bring his guy to pump the concrete. Is that gonna be one of us?
I thought maybe he would today.
Somebody's gonna walk this wall.
All right.
Wait, you can't do scissors. You can't do scissors. That doesn't.
It's all right. I got some secret moves.
What?
I don't. Water.
Water wins. That was water.
Water.
Water wins everything.
I just can't believe that we're actually pouring today, because when we looked at the schedule,
Yeah.
how much we had to get done, I thought it was just totally impossible. I thought I'm a total idiot for like scheduling it too close.
Look at we're the Perkins Builder
I know,
Brothers,
I
man.
know.
Come on.
Even so, I thought this is insane.
I figured my guys suck and they can't get the job done.
Concrete's coming, but really quick before we cover it up, you've got some reinforcement here. What's going on?
Well, I can tell you, I don't think any reinforcement is required in this slab. And I decided though to use up the leftover number 5 rebar that we had and just spread it out into a grid that used it all up and maximized it. So we're gonna have about a 4-foot grid of number 5 rebar instead of using fiber in the cement, because you can use, you know, shredded up fiberglass additive that they put in, and that kind of ties it all together and bonds it together. All right, how about somebody be my hose guy?
I'm gonna be
I feel like it's flowing.
Flowing in pretty good. I feel like I should remind you that I was going to play that golf tournament today.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
Today?
and I canceled
You
so that I could do this with you.
I appreciate that, I really do.
So I'm bringing material down in here, but it's wet today. There's a good chance I may not come back up out of this hole.
In that case, we just get to keep your machine or what?
I'll hook a strap to it and pull it out of here and take it with me.
Well, I guess just go for it. Is that your plan?
That's the plan.
Whoa, Nelly! He said he's gonna make a run at it in reverse.
Oh, shoot! Whoa!
Dude, it's a mud hole.
That was a lot of work right there, but it happened really fast, man. I'm sweating like Tio on his date with Rachel after hometowns, you know, the one-on-one right before the overnights.
Yeah, I don't know what you're talking about. If that's The Bachelor.
Yeah, the Bachelorette, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, wow.
Arlo and I are out on these knee boards and we're troweling the slab, and we're out here way sooner than normal because we don't have a power trowel today. And if you got to do this by hand, I would say err on the side of doing it while it's a little wet. Back here it's a little dry and Arlo's killing himself.
Mine fits perfect. What about you?
We decided to use a combination of the sill sealing foam and a nice heavy bead of big stretch caulk to make sure that it's fully air sealed here and make sure also no bugs can get in to my basement. It's kind of funny. We're bolting this thing down with 5/8 bolts every 4 feet, double on each end of the board. That house right there that I renovated, there's literally no bolts or nails or anything holding the house to the foundation.
What do you think's holding it down?
Gravity. I mean, if you believe in gravity anyway. If not, maybe something else. But that house is over 100 years old.
Since Arlo's got this bottom plate already bolted down, we're gonna try something different. Is just to nail the studs to the top plate, and then we're gonna leave the bottom loose and just toe nail it down to the bottom plate after we kind of stand it up on there. And you say you've done that before.
Oh yeah.
I never have.
Okay, lock in, yep, hammer in, check.
Is that where you want it? Chalk line?
Chalk line going on, yep.
We noticed this beam had a little bit of a whip there, and we want all these joists going this way to be the same length. So Jamie's doing a little brace.
We might actually measure it.
And we're gonna push it straight. You got the you got the laser eye. Are you pushing?
That was thrown in.
Oh, that's actually looking pretty straight now.
You need any more?
No. $140 and 11. Back again.
Work all night.
It's a little drier this time.
It is dry. And now you don't want it down the hole.
No, now we want it
up top.
Hey, you see any throat lozenges in here for him?
I need something here. Ricola. I'm going to the drugstore right now.
Morning, fellas.
Morning. What's going on?
Happy birthday.
Oh, hey. Thanks, bub.
However old you are.
32.
No. You don't have to say. It's fine.
I'm 49.
What? Jason's about to snap. His gun isn't shooting. Hey, Nail Earnhardt, you gotta slow down there, bud. Make sure you tell me before you snap so I catch it on video. His gun was like falling apart loose, and he was just going crazy anyway.
Maybe that's the problem.
I think that is the problem.
I mean, I'm sure it didn't help.
That's what we're working with.
Yeah.
But these are ring shank. That's what we want.
Oh, Jack.
Come on, baby. This is the last bit. Shake the can. Shake the can. Okay.
Dude,
All right.
got
Let's see if we can do it.
to shake.
I think we got it. Yes. I'll have to say that building a small house is fantastic. That took like an hour and 15 minutes, and now we're gonna frame the walls. We might actually get every single exterior wall framed today. That could happen. Jamie drew this plan. It's a 1/2 inch equals 1 foot scale, which is nice because that's a large drawing. And as long as those are the actual rough openings, not the window sizes.
Yeah, we can double check off that house if you want.
What I would assume. Oh, RO, he wrote RO on that one. We're changing one thing here. You can see this HVAC return. This can be built out in the closet and it'll pull air from the hallway. But right now this door section's in the way. So we're gonna slide that to in line with this wall, I believe, and that'll give us room for that register on this side. Okay, I'm gonna go down to this end, and you know, you guys see how much that can move back and forth?
Yeah.
I'm gonna sight it straight, and you get down at one of the rafter tails, and when I say go, shoot it to that top of the wall plate. We've got a notch and a layout for our outrigger that's gonna tow into the side of that, across the top of here, and stick out for our overhangs, and that makes it a lot easier than trying to do all that mess while you're up here. Looks like a skyscraper. People will not be disappointed when they rent it. They're like, this place is huge. I can't believe it. 2x6? Yeah. Brett's here and we're just discussing this area is gonna be walled off. This area is vaulted closer to me. And we're like, should we leave a ledge or just a wall and put like a door for access?
No ledge. Ledge is 80s, man.
Ledge is 80s?
No ledge.
You could put a bunch of stuff in there though. You still got dirt coming tomorrow and gravel? Backfill?
I hope so. It's one of those things where you made a plan to do it, but then the person that's going to do it won't answer their phone for several days.
One of those, huh?
And you keep calling. You just assume, right, that's going to be as planned. That's all you can do.
So we need to do some waterproofing after a sub sandwich?
Yeah, we need to put the bituthane up on the walls and then be ready to install the French drain as soon as the gravel gets in because it's got to get inspected. And guess what? I invited the inspector to be there, but guess what? I don't know if, you know, there's things building on things that may or may not be happening.
Jono's bringing a little style to the job site. And so am I.
Nice.
Well, I don't know what style it is. It's some...
Oh, yeah!
Oh, yeah! It's some kind of style. Oh, yeah! As Jamie was mentioning at lunch, we're gonna fill this in with some gravel and dirt tomorrow. So we gotta get this thing waterproofed. We've been charged with the task.
Who?
Us, you and me.
We. Oh, just you and I.
They're gonna do this other gable end. So
Okay, that's cool. We're good at it.
let's just start on one end and work till we're done.
Perfect.
Yeah, once this stuff sticks to itself one time, if you're sort of pulling the backing off and then it gets stuck, you just as well cut it and throw it away.
You're done.
It's done. Yeah, it is so sticky. And especially when it's hot, it really sticks well. If it's cold, we do use a primer to stick it better. It's working.
Wow, look at that.
I don't know.
Wow. That's pretty impressive, though.
Maverick.
What up?
Shades.
Y'all done good for a bunch of amateurs.
I'll take that as a compliment.
Take that.
Not a single rock went in there. Well, I take it back, like 5 rocks. Pretty good dump.
I mean a good dump.
Here he comes, boys. Watch out.
That's some of the thinner stuff I've seen like that, Jamie.
I know. I normally get the same stuff. It's black. It's really thick. Super tough. I mean, you can barely cut it with a knife. But this, I ordered it this time.
That's what it's for?
That's what it said on the package.
Maybe it's tougher than it looks.
I don't think it is. It's looking good, but I can't help but notice that maybe I'm not getting my equal time on that machine as Eric. What do you think?
Dude, he took you off that like you were a little stepchild. He was
I mean-
like, son, let me on the machine, little boy. He just took you right off that
I think I did like 5 scoops, and then he did the whole rest of the job.
Yeah.
Got my first load of dirt for the day. Told me he'd be here at 8 o'clock. Guess what? It's 7:30. I knew who the delivery guy was gonna be, and I knew that there's no way he could wait till 8 o'clock to dump me a load of dirt. This guy's a go-getter. By the way, he's retired, and he's gonna run as much dirt as we need until it's all filled in today. Almost filled up in this side, but I'm gonna throw as much as I can to the front because I'm in a good spot to do that. And then I'm gonna take the rest of this dirt and actually blend it out into the yard and up against the house and fill in. There was always a swag here in the yard.
I was hoping we could get a mud hole right here where we go in.
Oh, we're gonna, yeah, we're definitely going to. Yeah, that's
it's gonna
good.
be 4x4. I hate to say it, Arlo, but all the hard work you did laying those blocks below the ground, no one will ever know.
Nobody even cares. It's like,
People, we care.
oh, okay. That's
Yeah,
good.
but I mean, nobody else is gonna know. You gonna build a deck?
I don't want to, but I will. Yeah, that's the next thing on the list here. So pile of wood, you know,
Check.
needs to come over here and become a deck.
We're gonna start with this vinyl flashing, and it kind of seems cheesy to me to use this kind of vinyl stuff, but what we know is that the pressure treatment of these boards that we're gonna use can eat aluminum flashing, because I've taken old deck bands off of houses where there was aluminum flashing and it's gone.
I can feel the whole ground shaking.
There it is. Took forever.
figure out if there's some way I can hang this on my belt. Like, just carry it with me. Man,
That's
that's
nice.
so fantastic, actually.
We're ready to put this up, but I want to actually rip that bevel, the roof pitch on the top edge.
Oh, you do want to do that.
Because I really hate having the drop down and the gap and all that. I hate it.
And that's going right here.
Who's got a skill saw?
He did a pretty good job doing that just by hand. Yeah, I mean, it's really good. It's like he's been doing construction for 20 years or something.
Wow, that's actually really close. It's low. It's low. It's low. It's low. I don't see it. Whoa, I see it. Okay, whoa. Go ahead and shoot it right there.
So Jamie just sighted the stringer board in alignment with the top of these rafters. Now we're going to check it with a string line. See if we got it close.
Now that I've sighted it, we're gonna
It's a
See.
little high is what I think.
a touchy high. I mean,
I'm about 3/16 off the top of this rafter with the string line.
3/16. Sometimes.
Hey, what I'm going to give you is a short point on the top cut to the long point on the bottom cut.
Can you reach or you need help measuring?
I can reach.
All right.
68 3/16, Jamie. We're gonna have to do 1, 2, 3, 4 temp posts because we can't have one central for these 2 sections of beam right where the permanent one's gonna go up right there. Unfortunately, since we don't have those today, that's what we're doing. Okay, you can't even walk through here, but it's braced.
It's getting crammed up. All right, yeah, these are gonna hold the beam right where it belongs. We got some marks to indicate the location of these temporary supports that'll actually locate it in the left and right here, or the side to side, I would call it, so that when we, attach everything to it, it's not gonna move later. I mean, this is it, the position.
Yeah, and this was probably more work than the real posts to start with, but whatever. It's going right where you're standing, brah.
This one?
That's this end right here. Whoa, whoa, whoa! Bad angle.
Whoa, hang on.
You ready?
Yep, oh yeah.
All
right, now
that
that was uneventful. Now there's marks on the bottom.
Yeah, keep going, keep going. Whoa! You're right on it. The guys are installing the first layer of our roof decking here, this LP Smart Side 12-inch wide, 1-inch thick trim that we had left over, and then we're gonna put a layer of zip roof, which is 5/8. So we're gonna have a roof deck like that thick on this thing.
Now we're talking.
Now we're talking. Is it just me, or were you not letting me use like any of the spray paint on the ground and you're shooting like 75 nails in every single one of these?
I guess.
Do you remember that like a few days
Yeah.
ago?
He's
No,
like,
no, don't.
that's $10 a can
Yeah.
right there.
That is
There's
true. No,
like
you're right
40
about that.
nails in the end of every one of these.
Yeah, you're right. No, I get it. You're right.
No.
Whatever. And then we'll go ahead and screw a block on the very end, and we'll stick a little scrap to find out where it's going to top out. And I'll go ahead and do a chalk line, even though we might not use it. I just want to know.
Hey, did anybody catch anything that Jamie just said?
I hope you did. You're the one up there.
It was like Charlie Brown's teacher, bro. It was like, I didn't understand anything he said, dude. I was just like nodding my head like, yeah.
I think it's time to deal with this. where this roof intersects higher on the ridge than this one.
Well, yeah, we can't leave it the way it is now, can we?
We could, but it would be bad.
It looks a little bad. There it is.
There's no plan here, but I'm thinking we need a piece of framing there to there, and same over there.
Yeah, I think so. I'm gonna check with the level and see if we're got any high spots. Oh no, well, it's about right.
There's a fun one. What shape is that? I don't even know what shape that is.
Might be a new shape.
Have you got it?
No.
All right. Scoot it towards me. This was a little ill-advised plan we had. Here, Ray. I'm gonna have to climb this. All right, I'm coming up.
Okay.
Yep, not strong enough to do that.
Well, can you just...
Tiny steps. Baby steps. There you go. I'm out. Man, it's that easy every board. Make sure your fingers aren't between anything.
Good?
They're not.
Ready?
I'm here though.
Here she comes. She's fixing the pressure up.
Oh, the other brace is getting in the way.
No, it dropped.
Oh, it's screwed in at the top.
Okay, a little more. Keep going. Another inch.
It should be centered. I mean, you can eyeball it pretty well.
That's good right there.
We finally have the permanent posts in place so we can take out our temporary bracing, which is great because those 2x4s looked a little bit spindly for the size of the load on it, even though, you know, I'm sure it was fine.
Here's a reason that bark edges on boards hurt you. We've got to stop now, slap a nailer on here so that piece has something to bear on. There you go, that'll work.
That's great.
A lot of roof for a small house, huh?
It is a lot of roof.
Wakey,
Okay. Is that Shannon
wakey.
Taylor?
Wakey,
I seen
wakey.
you on YouTube.
Oh, I did too.
You're
I
famous,
made it.
bud.
I made it. I have made it officially.
This rock came from your property, correct?
Oh yeah.
And you dynamited it this morning?
Last week we did.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he's got a dump truck and an excavator over there.
Yeah.
Load it up, bring it here.
Yep.
He's going to put it down the hill, and you're going to go get more.
That's right.
This is a play-by-play of what it's like to build a rock wall, which is what's happening here to retain the dirt for the parking area, if I didn't say that already. And they're going to need somewhere to park. One of y'all's going to build them.
That's right. We're going to build you a good wall and fill it in and make a good parking spot.
Nice. We're putting on some zip system peel and stick ice and water shield that will seal around nails that puncture through it, so that even underneath of our shingles that are full of nails, it'll still be waterproof. This does have a noduled kind of surface, and it's good and tacky, which I like. Slick it out, Ray. Yeah.
Seems like we just started and we're already done.
It's because it's a small house.
See, she fits. She fits.
Pretty good.
I'm happy with that.
We're going to feel that.
Feels like an earthquake.
Wow. I brought Ashley in because she's what Shannon calls the walking boss. Have you heard of that?
No.
You're
I love
the
it,
walking boss. You're the one that walks
Walking
around and
boss.
points and says stuff, but you're not like wearing a tool belt. Anyway, so Caden here is gonna start building our wall, and he's gonna make our dreams come true. All right, so he's firing up the machine. I guess that means we got our plan all figured out, right?
Yep. I'll be back in an hour.
Okay, I was just gonna say, yeah, you might want to come back just to make sure that,
Check
you know,
it.
what we described is what he understood that it's gonna be, you know?
Yeah.
And I've got full confidence, though. These guys know what they're doing. All right, just give me a thumbs up. Here we go.
He's telling his son, don't waste stuff. I know you waste stuff at home. Don't waste my rocks.
He's run stuff before.
Yeah.
But he's not really stacked that much rock. He's stacked a little bit, but not.
It's looking good and straight.
That's the most he's probably stacked, you know.
Yeah. No, I think your boy's gonna be just fine. You know why?
Why is that?
I saw him set a rock. He didn't quite love it, and he picked it up, leveled everything, and then set it back down. So
Yeah. He might make it.
yeah, people that actually try, I think, can be successful. If
Right.
you like, if you care and you want to do a good job, you know, some
Right.
people just don't care. That's what I think.
You need to care about your work.
Yeah, you do.
So yeah, if you don't care, you might as well go home.
But a lot of people don't until they get fired.
Yeah, that's right.
He built you steps.
He did. Not just because he wanted to, though. Actually, this was Ashley's idea. She was thinking of me coming and, you know, doing maintenance to that property and mowing and
She was
things.
thinking of you doing.
She said, you need to have some steps. I
right.
said, well, okay.
Let's check 'em out.
They actually walk super nice. I mean, I would describe them as crude because they're made of giant rocks of different shapes and thicknesses, but actually they walk wonderfully. So I'm very happy.
They do walk nice.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it'll go. Oh, it might go. Oh, it's in. Nice. You're through. I don't want to brag on you, but you got the biggest drill bit I've ever seen in my life. How much does that thing cost?
About 1,000
No.
Yeah.
$1,000?
for the whole setup.
Wow.
Yeah. That's for
Oh,
you.
that's the core? That's your paperweight.
Wow.
Or you can give it to your kids for Christmas.
Look at that. That is really cool. No rebar. That's good.
Yeah, and it was poured solid like we wanted it.
I was just
That's
gonna say,
nice.
You can tell it all went down solid.
Yeah, I know.
No.
We're just gonna drill a hole like that, like in every core, and just check it
Yeah,
out.
I'm sure that won't leak at all.
We got our sewer line inspected here, so we're getting it covered up. And one of the things that made this job such a good idea was that Jamie and Brett had thought ahead and got a sewer tap. Like years ago, they had a water tap years ago, so free water, free sewer, and the property was free because this is a double lot that this house is sitting on. So free water, free sewer, free lot, makes the overall cost of the job like half of what it would be probably if you had to buy the land, drill a well, and get a septic system put in.
Well, it's a big day today. Our goal is to have accessibility to all the soffits and fascias in one setup, so we don't have to tear down, because I'm gonna go around multiple times, fascia, then soffit, then caulk, then paint. And I don't wanna have
Round
to
and around we go.
set up and move junk like scaffolding and ladders every time I go to the next stage. So I'm hoping we have enough stuff here to make it happen on a very small house.
Ray said he needs one more hand. This is a real test of your carpentry skills, I think. You're gonna pry that board up, fleshy, and shoot it. Did
I
you
was
get
only
it?
supposed to do it once.
I think you got it flush.
I'm good.
Nice. So the lid is stuck. There we go. There we go. It's moving now. Oh, it's stuck. Get it. There it is. It's been on there a while. Whoa, look at that. Whoa! Did you hear that?
Blowhole.
Holy moly. That went in there. I am trying to get a line here that is level with the bottom of this subfascia, like this direction right there. See that?
I see
Does
it.
that look okay? Something like that?
You're good.
Close. I cannot see it at all, by the way. All right, so we have to put some blocking on this wall to hold the other edge of the soffit. And I have to build like a bird box, like a termination here, or the end of this flat soffit, because this slope one is gonna slope all the way down to the corner here. And I think I have what I need now. I just need to nail some boards in. Go, baby, go. Yeah. Feeling the burn.
You need a break? You need to tag team Jason in there?
Woo! You'd never think doing that little bit of cut would burn your shoulders like that. I feel like I just went to the gym for 20 miles, 20 minutes. 20 minutes.
You do neither of those, obviously. Hey, do you want to add a double up fascia up there like you got over here?
I gotta do it. We got another line to add right here, like a 3-inch, I'm thinking.
3 inches. I'll rip it.
We're gonna nail that on there right now.
Putting our nailers up. And, you know, we're trying to save money and not waste material, and this is like the nth degree of that. Is we're using pieces this big as our little nailer here for our soffit board. I guess it doesn't matter.
I mean, it doesn't really matter.
Just, you know, as long as I nail it to the chalk line, Jamie's saving money.
It's all good.
I think, unless this is way more labor, which I don't think it really
You
is.
don't even get paid, bro.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, so it's not costing him any labor either. Right now. Oh yeah,
Man,
that's
look
a
at
gold
you,
mine
big
right
day
there.
long steak.
You're 4 foot long.
To get you some of that. I'm gonna call that good right
think
there.
come
Pull
back.
it tight to the front.
Yeah, flushy on
Front. It's rocking a little Peter
I
Totter
got about
there.
an 8. What do you got on that end, Gappy?
Tight. So you can pull it out. It's fine. I'd say just go ahead and shoot it. Here's a look at our complete recessed bird box. We've got the bird box, which is one piece of wood, and that is flush with our sheathing layer, not the framing layer. Then we've got blocking here for the termination of this piece of soffit, as well as a little flattened area for that little tiny piece of soffit. And then we'll go with a trim board, probably 1 inch thick, that runs here and all the way across. And that's it, Jay.
Yeah, baby.
I was like, he's behind me. I'm still going. I'm getting out of your way.
Oh, hey, what's up?
I don't even know.
Is that your pencil? Pencil back?
This is my pencil.
I need my pencil back.
I don't know
I
how.
have never seen that happen.
I'm sure there are going to be people that think I'm crazy to paint these beams, because they're pretty sweet looking beams. But where we live, we have these bees that like to bore into the beams and make their...
I think they're called boring bees.
Are they called bore? Well, that makes sense. And they really love white pine. I mean, it's like their favorite, right? So this whole thing would just be like full of bees, and then guess what comes for the bees?
Woodpeckers.
Woodpeckers.
Yeah.
So it's not really the bees that destroy your house, it's the woodpeckers. And this thing, like I said, they would just tear it up. And if you paint it though, they can't tell it's
like
wood.
the bees can't smell it or something.
They don't know it's wood anymore. And well, it's really for the look too, you know, that, but it's really because of the bees. I can't leave them.
We've got our first door installed here, and these are Masonite Vista Grande slabs. They don't have that big bulky trim right here around the glass, which I really like. They look very sleek and look really good. Basically, all we did was use the brick mold here, put some screws in where we wanted it, got everything plumb and square. And then Arlo's gonna come back and fasten through the jambs to our framing. And then we'll take these screws out, rip the brick mold off, and we'll put trim on that matches everything else instead of that brick mold. That's a pretty easy way to do it. There's our fasteners. They're like 2 inches because this inch thick sheathing and foam. You're good across the top, Arlo. A little more.
Usually wouldn't even try to wash off here at the job site, but I gotta go to the bank. And I think if I go into the bank looking like this, they're just gonna tackle me and handcuff me right away, all right? So I gotta get cleaned up a little bit. All right, we're gonna see if this works here. Did I get it all?
No.
I'm good to go now, right?
Not so much.
Nobody will notice.
I would keep washing.
I'll go up to the truck. I need a mirror. Yeah. You know, they should put a mirror in the portage, John.
Nice driving.
Hey, appreciate that. That was a little sketch.
I
but,
bet it was scarier than it looked. So for our outside corners here, we have these beautiful prefab LP Smart Side outside corners done. We're not going to use them. Well, we are. What we're going to do is take them, rip them down the middle, then rip them to 5 inches on the table saw, then hand plane the edge, and then pre-paint the edge, and then put them together to match the corner boards on that house that have this crazy corner with this quarter round down the middle. It's going to take 10 to 20 times longer.
Hey, perfect.
The funny part of this whole thing with the corner boards is we're literally cutting corners on this job.
Yes.
You know, what contractors are known to do, we're literally doing it.
Yes.
Not figuratively at all. You understand? Literally. Corner, cut it.
Yes. Okay, we just got another news flash here after finding out about these corner board deals.
Yep.
We're going to rip every piece of siding as well.
Yeah. Yeah, they need to be less than they are. You know, we are doing our best to match as much of the detail as we can. There are going to be differences, okay? Okay. All right, so we can't overlap the siding by like 3 or 4 inches because it'll be too thick and weird stuff. It'll go past the face of the corner boards and it'll be whack-a-doodle-doo. So we're not going to do that, but I think we're going to rip all the siding.
So that's a 4-inch exposure on that house.
It is.
And you're going to match it.
He didn't tell us that before we showed up to work today.
There's a reason.
I know.
Here we go, our first corner board fully installed, and that's what we were going for actually. Corner to corner, we'll have a piece of quarter round in the middle to match that house, and it looks like we really messed up at this point though, doesn't it? This is gonna take forever. The 4-inch reveal. It's like installing 2 1/4 inch wide like flooring or something.
Yeah.
Oh.
I mean, it's going pretty quick. I mean, if it was double this size, it would go twice as fast, I think.
So we've done all the lap siding that we can do on the lower level. The main level here is going to be a board and batten and then lap again up there. We don't have the panels on site to do the board and batten, so we're going to finish out the day doing some of these corner boards. And I think the electrician's here, Nate, if you remember him from previous videos. So let's go say what's up. Did you notice there was something different from Nate? Slightly different?
Yeah. It's got the mountain man look going
I
on.
love it.
It's my winter coat.
Yeah.
Keeping me warm.
It gets cold here sometimes.
Yeah.
Winter coat, I like that.
Yep. Winter coat. You got to give her you one day.
You know, I just never have been able to. I get the Joe Dirtbeard comes in when I
Joe
do.
Dirte?
Man,
That thing is not great for ripping, is
it
it?
doesn't want to
It's made for
go.
crosscut. You might be on like 300 feet of cable here too.
Well, I think I need a bigger saw. I don't know. Let's try. Now I'm gonna do the chop. We'll try the chop. Here we go. Ooh.
It's binding. Yeah, drop her
All right,
down.
let's get another
yeah, to
cut.
get another.
What a relief cut. Let's see what that does for us. All right, we're gonna have to deploy a little method here. Of course, I don't want the saw to come back and hit my chisel, so I gotta stay forward
You
here.
know, that saw looks so big and huge and powerful, but there's, you know, the radius on the blade is so big that it doesn't take a lot to stop it.
It has a lot of leverage extended
Yes.
out there somehow. It's almost like it doesn't have the power to just shove into a cut, but I'm backing it up and letting it rev up a little bit, you know? Use a little bit of dynamic loading and inertia to
Yeah,
help
that's
me
one
out.
way to do it. That's what I'd say.
Woo, look at that.
I know, it's like...
Look at that. Hey, but it did work, and that was pretty good. I think getting the chisel shoved in there to get that initial binding taken out of the picture,
Yeah.
I think that helped.
What are we doing? Why are you ripping these anyway?
Why are we even doing this? Well, you see, I had this great idea to use these beams for collar ties instead of using like conventional framing. Since they're going to be exposed, I thought a big solid beam would look cooler.
It will. And that's right in here, I assume. Vaulted ceiling,
Hey,
collar
guys.
ties.
What's up?
And they were just too big.
Okay. All right, ready? 1, 2, 3. And up. Oh, she heavy.
When guys cut some sawhorse,
Yeah,
that's not even a little cut.
Yeah.
Hey, whiz. We're gonna talk to that
trashed. Of my cat's paw?
No, I gave it to you the other day.
That was Jono's. I borrowed it from Jono.
Yeah, but it was actually yours.
What?
Well, see, it's kind of been a thing where I stole Ray's, and then I think Ray stole yours, and then Ray took his back from me, and I had yours, and then Jono took yours from me, and then you borrowed Jono's, which was actually yours, so you had yours.
And I gave it back to Jono.
Well, then he's got yours.
Where's Jono?
Jono!
Now that we've got all of our panels put up on this wall, and that only took about 30 minutes, I would say.
Yeah.
It was pretty quick and easy. We got to go back and put all the battens on. They're going to cover all the joints, and we've got one up top that we're going to register the top of all the vertical ones too. Ray's coming right behind us with caulk. He's using the old white Big Stretch, which if you ask us is the best sealant you can get for an exterior application like this. It really stretches instead of cracking. So we're going to caulk all this in because it's painted white. If you have gaps on a white paint job, they show up looking black because they're like a shadow line. So we don't want that.
I thought it was just a cool name. Big stretch.
No, it's because that's what it does.
Oh, it stretches.
Big time stretching.
Wow. Genius.
Here's our final setup ready for our piece of lap siding here with our band, drip cap, and then we have our zip system flash tape, and then a kicker strip to kick this first row out slightly like the rest of them, and now we're ready to go.
Is that all?
Yeah, I know. Took us like half the day.
All Right, there we go. There it is. Not gonna fit.
It's not gonna fit.
Come on, cut guy.
All right. I'll do a wall press again later. Ray's our cut guy, and he's figuring out the lengths of each board by using the previous board to show us how.
Right, so we know that our reveal is 4 inches, right?
Yep.
So if we just take our square over here, put it on the angle to where the 4 matches up with the angle.
Yep.
Make your mark. Just measure to what that is. That will be your next board. So
That's
34 5/8
To the point of the next board.
to the point.
Break the news to you that we got to park on your property tomorrow?
Yeah.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
I thought him I wouldn't charge him much. Cheap.
You're gonna have a booth set up with somebody taking money in the morning. One of the kids, Seth.
Yeah.
Seth'll be out there
Seth will be
collecting
up there.
money.
So we do have people checking into the other Airbnb. That's why we can't park in their parking.
We're parking all over right
Yeah, hopefully they like the sound of nail guns and air compressors and saws and Jason yelling, stuff like that, or else we're gonna get some
I'll
complaints.
get used to it. Go find something.
Yeah, how do you like it having this going on next
I
door?
love it.
I love it.
It don't even faze me, man.
Good. I'm glad to hear it. What are you drilling a hole for?
Oh, it's for the disconnect for the AC compressor.
Oh.
And I got to drill another one for the service outlet out here.
Oh my
So a
gosh.
service technician will have a dedicated power source to service this machine. During this phase of the project, there's lots of subcontractors coming in. We've got electrical, heating and air, plumbing. I'm planning for the roofing. I've got my whole crew in here doing cabinet blocking for things for the electrician, like special blocking for the lights in places where we don't normally have them. Like we're gonna have these cool art lights that are gonna hang
I
in the
saw
living
the
room.
writing on the wall for that.
Yeah,
I'm
so-
interested to see what that is.
And also some of the cabinetry, like built-in stuff that we didn't know. I didn't know that I was going to build until I got told yesterday that I got to build this giant long bench for cabinetry in the living
curtain
room.
rod blocking as well.
Yeah, I got to have curtain rod blocking. Also, I'm going to build this mega hood over the range.
Okay.
It's going to be like, I don't even know what it's going to be. Actually, I would love to describe it to you, but I don't even have the words because I don't know what it's going to look like. Anyway, it's really important to get all these things put in before the electrician gets wires everywhere. And the insulation is coming next week, so there's a little bit of pressure to have it all done. And then, you know, there's also some things we need to measure for, like the plumbing that we don't want to run screws into later. Some of the electrical things, like the back of the panel and everything that we need to know what those are. So we're going to actually take measurements and take pictures of those measurements. I think I just spit on your camera, actually.
It's all right.
Don't worry about that. So anyway, there's a lot going on. We just have to, you know, just keep knocking these little things out just everywhere. People are scrambling, doing things and getting it done.
This is great and all, but the problem is that now you're gonna think, oh, there's solid blocking back here. I'm just gonna screw wherever, and then woohoo.
Yep.
So I think
we
you
might
should
need to
make
put a metal
plate.
plate across that. And that's just a vent. It's not gonna have water in it, but you could get a sewer smell
Yeah, definitely.
if you run a bunch of screws into that. The guy right there.
Another good tip too is take pictures. Take pictures of everything that you're doing. Video is good. So that way you know where the pipes are at and stuff like that when you go to hang things up.
Yeah, I've actually on a number of occasions gone back through our YouTube videos to check on where something was.
Yeah.
You know, the tile is going to transition, you know, at the edge of the tub from tile to drywall. So I need a piece of 2x4 there. You know, flat. Maybe six. Maybe go tight to that. 5.
Metal 5.
2x5.
The whole length up.
Yeah.
Up next, we're gonna do some blocking for the mega range hood that Jamie's gonna build. And we need some major material for that. I'm gonna look for some 2x12s down here. Oh yeah, we gotta stack up.
Imagine that,
That was upside down.
but this.
And we took half of it, and then it was round, half round, all the way up to the ceiling.
Okay.
We just need half of a train.
We're gonna get a train smokestack. Getting to some internet.
Yep, a lot of internet.
I don't even think people care if there's internet anymore. Just kidding. That's all anybody cares about.
They don't care if the water's down, but
Yeah.
if the internet's down, they'll.
Oh wait, I know
request a
you.
refund.
What's going on?
It's Jonathan.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute.
Duncan, let me tell you something real quick. His mother, Robin, is the one that did all my physical therapy for the hand thing.
Oh yeah.
I don't know anything about the towers, but Duncan says we gotta have line of sight to the towers.
Where are the towers? Where are you pointing?
Now,
at? Oh, I see
way
them.
up there.
All right, let's see if I can hit the towers.
Can you believe our internet's gonna come from right there?
Wow, and I've got a good look at them.
There it is.
What's the name of that mountain?
That's Fry Mountain.
Fry Mountain. Yeah. Okay, and there was a fire tower up there called
there's a
Fry
helicopter.
Tower.
He's about to land
And
on it.
there's a helicopter. So they're gonna beam it like straight to a satellite dish on the house somewhere here.
Point to point, we might even have to put a pole in the yard to receive it, but then we can actually split that and send it to both houses so that we can eliminate our old service over here and consolidate here into one satellite.
That hits you in the ankles.
I know, it's annoying.
Does it hit you in the ankles?
It begs me all the time.
Okay, well, it impressed me. And is that your normal setup? Is that your normal thing?
Framing hammer?
Yeah.
Yeah. It drives the nails.
All right. Wait a minute, Myron's got it too.
It's because of our satchels.
Oh my gosh.
If they were up here, you got a saggy satchel. I got my stuff. I ain't got no ass.
How do you grab your hammer? Let me see you grab the hammer though. Oh, you got long arms though. You got no problem. Yeah, you got mega.
Half a hand. I'm really glad that we got almost all the siding nailed up before the electricians got in here. My biggest fear is that we're going to shoot a nail through the siding and it's going to pierce a wire, which it has happened. And let me show you over real quick over here. You'll see that nail right there actually contacted the fiberglass box right there.
It did.
Now, it didn't go in the box, and that's okay. But there's plenty of places where the wire is close enough back here that these nails could have hit it.
Yeah.
Where they go into the box, they usually drill in the center of the stud, of course, to avoid fasteners from each side of the stud. And I would say that's a huge benefit to doing a 2x6 exterior frame wall or any interior even, is that your fasteners are not going to penetrate so deep into the stud that you're going to get close enough to the center to hit a wire. Well, I'm going to experiment here with painting this ceiling blue. I've heard it called different things. Robin egg blue. I've heard it called haint blue, as in kind of knot. Haint means knot.
Okay.
But it is blue. I don't know. That didn't make sense. Our old house has the same color on the ceiling, but it's like an old style tongue and groove ceiling. And I think that the blue paint on the ceiling is kind of an old tradition. I don't know if it actually performs a function. I've heard people say that mosquitoes won't fly under the
Yeah,
porch.
I was going to say, I've heard that
I don't know.
bugs get confused and think that it's the sky and don't bother you while you're on the
really?
deck. That's what I've heard.
Well, we'll have to, and ghosts
Oh,
too.
that's
And
important.
And ghosts. Oh, I actually would know all about the reason why the blue is the thing.
Do you like the blue?
Yeah. It's growing on me.
How's it look? Okay. It's a good descriptive word. It does, though.
Not a nice looking butt.
It looked pretty good when we first did it, and now that it's dried, it's like the gray came through again. I'm worried it's going to be 4 coats.
Whoa, hey, Teen Wolf.
Oh, wow.
I can't freaking see the side of the house without being blinded over here.
We're back on site. It is Tuesday morning, and Jamie has halted construction, halted painting, everything with progressing until we get this place dust-free and mud-free, because it's painted white now. And right now, every time someone goes by on the street, it's a dust bowl.
Yeah, that's a laser beam, bro.
Yeah, that's going to be
No.
laser. Yeah, we're gonna be like Nazis out here now, like, get off our road!
It's like the kids on the couch. Get off the couch! Get off of that thing! Get that out of here, bro! You're getting the road dirty!
Okay, stop digging.
I'm getting the loosens out.
All right.
Well, we've got some options here. We could go steel I-beams. We could go galvanized
No.
6x6 angle iron 3/8 thick.
Oh yeah. We're talking about actually driving some pilings of sort because we're still on so much fill dirt here, down to original soil.
Yeah.
Not a terrible idea if we could get something that wouldn't totally rust out.
I got that galvanized. That would do the job.
Yeah, but we would need a real pile driver. Like rebar or something, we could drive it with hammers.
We got that slide hammer.
Yeah, but then it may rust out later and be gone later,
Oh, yeah,
so we don't know.
For sure. All right, I don't know. I think we're on the right track, though.
Okay.
A little more
We're-
thought, a
we're-
little more brainstorming. This might
We
just
could
be
tear
the
it
ticket.
apart and drive those in like pilings.
That's what I was thinking. That's the real reason.
Yeah.
But now that he threw it in there like that, I also got an old axle out of a trailer that I thought would be ideal. You know, you were describing something that was very much like this axle, so I thought that could be good. Whoa, dang.
Wow.
He's firming up.
There's one of our pilings. It was this long, and that's as far as I could drive it. They're gonna basically act like pilings on a pier or on a building that's built on sand.
Very small building.
A very small, it's only holding the weight of the steps.
You know, if you did the ratio and scaled this thing out, these would be mega pylons for a
yeah,
building.
they'd be like 100 feet deep if this was a full-size building. Hey, think about the amount of force it took to drive every one of those down. If you had to hit them all as a unit, you could not make them go down any further very easily.
Oh my dear.
Yeah. So that's the idea, is that all of the force you use to drive these down is now stored to hold the step up, basically.
Newton.
Yeah, Isaac here. If you need any more tips about math, I'll be back later. They're not convinced. I'm convinced that this is going to be fantastic.
Yeah. Would somebody do me a favor and set a reminder on their phone for 10 years from now to call Eric to see if this footing is still there? You ain't never gonna know.
Oh, Ray's doing it. He's got it.
Even if it doesn't settle, it's,
see.
how are you gonna know if it's those or just the dirt?
2032.
I have to
October
ask Jamie.
2032. Put it in there.
Yeah. Remind me October 2032 to ask Eric about the footing underneath the stairs at Jamie's rental property that we did 10
Dude, if
years
this
ago.
actually works, he's going to be like, what in the world is this reminder? What is this?
It said it.
Wow, okay. So Ray's going to ask me 10 years from now. The trailer sprung a leak like 50 yards from the job site. It started pouring out the bottom. So they're going to have to patch that up and get another load. Hey, I feel like the kids that ride the skateboards through here every day are really going to appreciate you getting every last grain of gravel picked up.
Grain of gravel.
If you've ever skateboarded, you would know that one of these little pieces of gravel will stop your skateboard wheel instantly and you'll keep going. So there
we
are
saw it
ki-
happen right here.
there are
actually.
kids that skateboard through here every day, and we don't want them
They're,
like,
they're skateboarding in search of better pavement, I think.
yeah, this is not the best stretch, but it's the cleanest stretch now that we've pressure washed it.
I want to get gravel up against the house all the way around. So when it rains tonight, it's going to rain tonight.
Is it?
Oh, yeah, big
Huh.
time.
I think I was like so close to my face.
I know, it's a wide angle there, bud.
Oh.
Anyway, yeah, we need to get all that smoothed up. Plus, we need to put these cross ties in the ground and make them into the AC compressor platform. Yeah.
I got my shovel, got my camera. That's all I need.
All right, I'm going to go get more gravel.
Look at that.
What are you looking at, bro?
Dude, there's a boulder right here. Look at this. There it is. Dude, this is a monster. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Yeah. Nice.
You know what these timbers have been doing for the last 20 years?
Holding up railroad tracks.
You know what a railroad track holds up?
Train.
You know what kind of AC unit I'm gonna put out here?
Train.
Train.
Wow.
Actually, it might be an off-brand name made by Train.
No, it's got to be a train.
But it is a train.
No,
it
no,
really
no.
is a train. It's a train.
I was thinking we were done, fellas, but there's a giant rock that's still got to go somewhere. Oh! Oh yeah, he got a chunk. Yeah. Jamie ran over his old saw with this truck and it didn't survive. So there's a new one.
But hey, there's a bright side. This new saw came with a giant battery.
Yeah, stacked lithium,
And
10 amp hour.
that is bigger than the other one I had. So, well, truthfully, I ran it over with a truck and a trailer.
Okay.
And I didn't know it until I was gone. Ray gave me the bad news when I got back to the shop.
Did you not feel it when you ran it over?
I didn't feel a thing. Okay. But then I did feel sadness.
Oh.
Wow.
Hope that's in the right spot. We're gonna have to tell the roofers to be careful where Jamie oversprayed and I oversprayed doing the soffits with the paint and it misted on the roof. It is slippery like that. It's just like dust. So, yeah.
No. You said he was gonna do the whole reach around.
This is gonna take two people, but not like that. Reach around the side of
Oh, the side of you, okay.
Yes,
Sorry.
the side.
It's been a while.
All right, so I'm gonna lift this up. You slide the bracket on the side of me. All right, oh my gosh. Okay. Yep. Up. I knew it.
It's
All
too
right.
big, bro. The
No.
bracket's too big.
No, it's perfect. Look at that.
Okay.
Well, after 3 rounds of trimming this thing with my nippers, it's not perfect, but I think it's the right angle. And best of all, I didn't even get cut. I'm not even bleeding, which is usually what happens on this type of work. So we're just gonna check that the flap isn't held open, which it's not. Check it out, copper roofing nails from the 1950s, and these are compliments of neighbor Alan up the hill. He just brought some by. And it just so happened we needed a couple roofing nails today. So I've got this lined up, and we're gonna tack it and zip tape the top edge. We're gonna leave the rest of it just loose because they're gonna shingle over part of this, and then under part of this is the correct way to do it. So we don't want it all attached down to this stick-on layer here right now.
Everybody knows that if you've got a really good friend, they'll even give you the shirt off their back, right?
Right.
Well, I've got a really good friend, Arlo, and I needed a piece of venting for my dryer, and he went ahead and just pulled the dryer vent out of his own house just to give to me. Look at that. He had to cut the tape and everything.
Okay.
So what a guy. I'm telling you what, man.
Plan your installation carefully. Make sure that the bird screen is in place.
The bird screen?
That's a bird screen. And it's not in place because it's in the box and the thing's on the roof. So we got to go pull that thing off and put this.
We skipped the first step.
You know, I always find it good to skip a few and then do a few. You know?
How else are you supposed to do it?
I don't know.
I don't know anything other than skip a few, do a few.
We didn't read the instructions.
Where are these?
We're back at the house site. I'm here with Abraham, who's going to do the spray foam insulation install. The truck is warming up. They're getting all their gear ready and clean. Turns out this stuff can make a huge mess, and they're getting ready to get suited up, get in the house.
A lot of the roof framing goes down into the soffit, and there's a large void there where the spray foam would just fill the soffit. We don't, yeah, we don't want that. No, it's not going to benefit us in any way, and they sure don't want to be filling it up and wasting material. So what they have are these special pieces of cardboard that are designed for this, that are perforated to fold into different joist bay sizes, 16 or 24 on center, and it creates a backstop for the foam to hit, and boom, it'll flash and swell up. And then the cardboard is really doing nothing beyond that point. It's just providing a surface for the foam to stick to and keep it from going somewhere we don't want it to go.
Are we showing how cardboard boxes
No,
are built?
these are special pieces of cardboard that fold to go in the rafter base.
Oh.
Ray just thought we had a cardboard box.
I just showed
Just
up.
having a little-
It's like we've stooped to low levels and we're just showing how cardboard boxes are built.
Double checking, you got all your blocking in. You got all your inspections.
Yes and yes.
Okay.
To the best of my knowledge. Somebody made this chuck right here. Yeah. You can't buy that. Look at this, the blade. And this is made for insulation. This is designed and made for this.
As Crocodile Dundee would say, that's a knife.
Now and it is sharp. I'm holding it right here. It's serrated or serrated.
Okay, cut.
Everything is looking nice here where they got the insulation shaved right with the face of the studs and on the ceiling. But in this area, you can see it looks quite different. And I think it's a lot faster for them to spray the attic area where the appearance is no concern. And actually, I think they put a little more because I don't see any of the framing. So I really like that.
Better. It's a lot of work. Jamie's here with Drew Bowers, who is part of Bauer Smith Contracting and also B&B that hauls the trash. Any other businesses you work with?
High Creek Earthworks, High Creek Land Company,
Okay.
High Creek Realty.
Dang.
Oh, wow. He's got you
got
beat.
me beat out. I thought I was the master of half of everything.
Yeah.
Wrong.
Well, that means you're really good at a lot of stuff, and then people want you as a business partner. So
Yeah,
congratulations.
branch out. Yep.
He also does Hydroseeding, and we're checking out the area around the house here that is just dirt still and needs grass or some kind of ground cover. What's the problem though here?
No rain.
That's right.
No rain.
Nice. The weather's been beautiful, but it has been super dry compared to normal here. And so we're a little concerned that if we seed all this, hydroseed it, it may grow, it may not. And he's been perfectly honest with us about saying, I don't know. It has to rain. This stuff has to get wet and then continue to get moisture to grow grass.
I've been interviewing hydroseeders to find out which one's going to come water it for me 3 times a week.
We offer a package for watering 3 times a week. So
that's your newest business venture.
Yeah, water.
Bauer Perkins Hydroseed watering.
Yard watering. My glasses on here.
3/16.
43, 3/16. We might have some little wackadoodle-doo here. That's 43 and 9.
Yep. Oh well.
Just cut an angle on it. Yep, that's
I think I found the offender there. This one we'll call square.
All right, your way, go. Go, left, go.
That was still a little tricky to get that up there. I think we should notch it in place instead of taking it down and cutting it.
It wasn't so fast and easy, so I agree. I think we're going to cut in place, and we don't want to be handing that up and down 4 times to fit. So,
This is the look we're gonna get here. Some boards are tight, some are slightly gapped, and that's okay. We want it to look rustic, and that's what's gonna happen with a 12-inch wide board. Some of them have a little bit of crown to them, so you can't really get them tight. So naturally, that's what's gonna happen, and that's fine for what we want here, rustic.
it's time for me and Arlo to start prepping some of the wall material that we're going to be installing. This is going to be the same material as the floor. We're going to be using my homemade track saw track here. This is made of aluminum. It's about 17 feet long. Arlo is applying some paste wax to the track to be sure that this thing will slide as smooth as possible.
Is this your old
Oh,
sock?
yeah, that's my dirty old sock. That's what I keep.
Oh, man, that's what I get Monday morning.
I know,
Oh,
it is Monday
unbelievable.
morning. How about that?
Oh, unbelievable.
Sorry about that. And I got.
Did you just take that off?
I'm only wearing one sock. You caught me. We're gonna stack these outside, and we're doing this in batches because that was a dozen boards. I actually need 36 to 40 boards, but I have limited space in my shop, so it's really difficult to process a massive amount at one time. So we're just gonna do it in stages. This planer can fill up a bag of sawdust this size in, I don't know, less than 5 minutes. That's a lot of bags of sawdust. Would you look at that?
This is where the slinky was invented.
Wow, ooh.
Ooh, whoa.
Hey now.
Hey. You want to try to get this off here, not gum up the knives?
What, the zip tape? Nah, man, let's just leave it. I think the planer will just chew that stuff up, right?
It'll chew it, but won't it be stuck all over everything?
I don't know. Let's just shove it through there and find out. Wow, look at that epoxy right there. So this is grass seed plus mulch. He said there's a wood-based like mulch product that's in there. All kinds of fertilizer, lime, and some other stuff. I don't know. So I think this is a lot better than just simply putting straw and grass seed on the ground, because this has all the kind of nutrients built in that the grass needs to get growing and to get the seed to stick to the ground. This dirt that it's going over, some of it is good yard dirt, like dark or black dirt, but some of it is just like compacted red clay. And if you know anything about planting seed, you know that's probably almost the worst kind of soil that you could try to grow grass on without adding topsoil. And I am not adding topsoil. It's looking good here. What do you think?
I think we should try the long nozzle and see how far we can spray.
Long nozzle?
Let's try.
Well, I like the sound of it. All right, that's the long nozzle, huh? See what it can do. Whoa, holy moly. Man, you could put out a fire with that if you had to. I got bit by a chipmunk this morning.
What?
Well, there was this cute little chipmunk in my garage. I'll send you the pictures, and I needed to catch him. See the Band-Aid on my finger? Things are going good here.
You got a photo shoot?
And then my wife was taking pictures of it. So these are, watch this. He's like totally biting me. And then, oh, let's get there. There you go. Okay, there he is again. Okay, there. Oh, I know. You can tell what I was thinking about saying right there. Anyway, finally he turned loose. I was bleeding all over the place.
Jamie's like waiting on a drum roll or something to start the floor.
Listen, if you only knew how much thought I've put into this floor, you would do the same thing.
Okay.
You know. All right, here we go. Shoot people now. Oh, they're gonna know if they don't know.
Got chipmunk fever, bud.
And the floor is underway. Woo, 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 woo.
Yeah.
This is going pretty well. It is an extremely loud process. It's so loud that you can feel the sound hitting you in the chest in here. And what we're doing is trying to drill just totally random, which is harder than you think. So that the nail pattern is random. We're pre-drilling. Jono, go ahead, buddy. Base nailing straight down like that is usually a terrible idea for floors because the nail can squeak in the subfloor and make that noise. That's the noise you hear on a squeaky floor is usually the fastener. Yeah, and since this is not tongue and grooved, it's like double bad. The one thing that we're doing here is this glue.
Can you say something good about what we're doing?
The good thing, the glue will really hold it, keep it from squeaking. And these are just kind of for looks. They are going to fasten it down, but it's going to give it that authentic, like old floor look. That hand nailed, hand old.
Handmade.
Even the nails are probably handmade. So it's going to look super cool. When people rent this place, the wives are going to be like, oh, can we do this floors in our house? And the husbands are going to be like, that looks like that's a terrible idea, but it's going to look that cool. How's she trialing out?
Oh, not good. She's freezing cold, Daddy.
We've got our backer board going in here, and the guys are putting an underlayment of mortar. The reason mainly is to build up the backer so that this weird tile transition we're gonna have with the wood flooring comes out flush, tile, hardwood.
Awesome transition?
I mean awesome, with hexagon tiles that sort of weave into the woodwork. And I'm sitting in the tub, actually just watching, because you can't get more than 3 men in this small bathroom. Arlo's laying out where we got to take out this backer board so that the wood floor can run in and sort of make this weird edge. In other news, Jamie's throwing up. He says he's fine. He says he feels great.
I'm usually fine when I'm throwing.
He's out there. After he said he was fine, I heard him throwing up again. And he's like, no, I feel great. So
He's still making hacking sounds.
I'm not sure if we should just go home now that we've all been in this room with him.
Yeah, no shit. So the question I have is,
Jason's working on making this transition from drywall to the backer board, sort of a smooth, longer transition for our tile. Right now, it was pretty bad, wasn't it?
Yeah.
It was like, what, 3/16 of an inch thicker on the drywall, I would say.
yeah.
And it's not easy to tile across that. There's something weird. They changed the color of the aqua defense. It was like this deep blue-green. And now, it says new color. It's like Little Mermaid aqua, which is actually nicer to look at. Smells the same.
It doesn't have as much odor. I'm telling you.
You're right.
I'm telling you, before it was like,
Before you were sniffing that stuff, like,
come on here feeling good.
yeah. Look at the curl in those boards.
Is that what it's called?
Yeah, curly maple.
Curly. Looks like tiger stripes.
Ray, I just spilled your coffee. Oh my gosh. I'm sorry, man.
That's okay.
Oh gosh. It was right there, and then I just
There's still a couple sips
knocked
left.
it over. What you got, Jay?
Oh, just a little cut
Wow,
and tile.
that was a tricky one to not break, wasn't it?
Yeah, that was the biggest thing. So I got my first grind mark there,
Yeah.
and actually did on the tile saw.
Let's see if it fits. That's what matters.
Okay.
Yeah. You should go home now.
Yeah, I should.
The gutter team is here today, and we're putting on these half-round bronze color, I think is what they call it, to match what's on the other house, and that's definitely more expensive, probably double the cost of your normal gutters. They match perfect.
I love it. Now we're seeing what we've been talking about this whole time, about getting these things to look like they belong together, and they do. I'm really happy with it. Whoa, I about sawed my tool in half. Did I get this?
Is this dead?
I hope not. I think I just cut the battery in half.
I don't know where you hit it. Oh, there it is. Yeah, look out for that.
I've taken this thing apart, and there's part of it that I just can't get apart without taking more of it apart than I wanted to. I could just saw it off with a Sawzall, but then I would forever be committed to this tool being a floor sander, and I don't even know if it's gonna work. My homemade floor sanding machine is taking shape, and I'm becoming more confident that it might actually work well. Yep. Ooh.
Oh, you hear the generator
Yeah.
almost shut off?
Yeah, I didn't like that. All right, here we go. Ready? Let's get it going. Let's get it going. Oh,
Lift it up a little.
the
The generator is like, won't do it.
Yeah! Oh, we're sanding now.
Let me ask you this.
Yeah.
Why didn't you just rent a floor sander?
Well, I'm no good at driving them. That's the problem. I mean, I could do it, but
So you're saying you could mess the floor up worse than with this potentially?
this thing is virtually impossible to mess up the floor, I think.
Okay.
And the other machines, there's great possibility.
Okay.
See, we're on opposite sides of the spectrum here. This is a safety sander.
Okay.
All right? And once I get it improved and
Now the
patented,
frame does prevent it from like going out of level, basically.
yeah.
Okay.
It can't
I
dig
just
in.
thought I'd ask. 'cause
Can't dig,
I'm
won't
sure this would be the first comment. You're an idiot. Rent a floor sander next time. I can see it already.
Rough ride.
The sanding process is finally done, and it looks like we're gonna do some poly because
I just poured it out.
half a gallon.
Well, that's the way you're supposed to do it, right?
I've seen pros do it similarly, where they just put a
Yeah.
bunch of it down and mop it around.
Well, thanks to Arlo, I got this special, I don't know what to call this thing. Pad, maybe?
Yeah, it's an application pad.
Applicator. All right, so
That's working fast.
I went a little nutty here pouring it out, but I hope I got enough poly here.
With Arlo, sometimes when he lets you have things, they're like 100 years old. This pad is just like falling apart. So we're gonna try another one that he gave us that might also fall apart. Bring it on, Jay. Okay, it's confirmed.
I found it.
These pads are from 1994, which is almost
30
30
years ago.
years
30
ago.
years ago.
So
30
that's why
28 years ago.
that was happening. We're just gonna give it a go again. It waited 30 years for 5 minutes of action.
Jake, don't move. I'm gonna get the shot.
Jamie switched out to just the regular roller, and he's laid it on there thick. But he says this is working better. Super thick. It's filling the cracks and everything.
I said you want to get drilled, my boy.
What you need?
The bit.
Tittle?
You got it? Jag.
Yeah. Oh, you know what I was gonna do different?
You can put anything inside that thing and look great.
Yeah, I agree.
Even you look good in that thing. Maybe I should borrow that and bring it home. He's like, Stephanie, come downstairs. I'll just be inside of it like.
I don't think it works for people like you.
Oh, it sure does.
It's Monday morning, we're back on site, and today is cabinet day. Those are behind me. We got Nate from Coal Hill Custom Cabinets.
Morning.
Repping your hat today. And Jason just confronted Arlo about our little situation last week.
Oh, jeez.
The 35-year-old trim and floor
Wait,
pad.
35?
Yeah.
Wait, that can't be 35.
1994.
Oh, yeah, there
So
you
we're
go.
going to have to go through your garage for you, I guess.
Okay, well,
and
these
clear it out.
are in a box, you know, so, like, who knows, whatever. All right.
Oh yeah. Let's talk about some of our choices related to the kitchen and the bathroom. All the cabinets that I had made here are unfinished. Well, at least on the outside. The insides actually have clear polyurethane on the wood finish so that you can wipe them off and things won't get stained.
That's great, because I really don't want to finish the inside of your cabinet.
That's what I thought. When he gave me the option to have the insides finished, I jumped on that because I didn't want to crawl in there with a paintbrush and brush all the interior surfaces. We are going to paint all the cabinets, okay? So we're using paint grade materials. For example, the panels inside the doors are MDF. It's going to get painted. It's a stable material that won't expand and contract and bust my door apart. The face frames are made of poplar. Now, poplar is actually a nice wood, but it makes a great paint grade wood too because the pore structure of the grain is really closed looking. So you get a nice even surface. You don't like, for example, red oak would be a bad choice because you would have to fill with wood filler the whole surface of everything.
Maple and poplar. Paint nice.
Yeah, maple, poplar. What else? I don't know. Those two are probably the two primary good paint woods. Let's talk about the tile in the bathroom. We're doing the shower walls here. We're going all the way to the ceiling with it so that moisture is not a problem for drywall. And we picked a tile that's kind of blend-in-y looking, right?
It's a safe choice.
It is. It's not like bold, different color, some sort of contrasting color. And we're going to kind of go for a little bit of a timeless look where it's not going to be dated. Although there might be, some things that may be dated here in this house. I don't know. Only time will tell, right? We don't even know. Make sure you don't put any screws into the back of my electrical panel here, okay?
I'll take numbers on it.
All right. Well, the electrical panel is directly behind where we want to attach this panel right there. And I put blocking below and above it so we could, hit it up here and hit it down there. Just don't want to see any screws. I don't want to see any screws sticking into the inside of my panel. This kitchen may be like the easiest cabinet install that I have ever done, and hopefully the easiest one that Nate has ever done. There are no upper cabinets, and that makes it really easy. First of all, there's very few cabinets, so that's nice. And one thing that I love that he did is he built my fridge panel, the side panels and the upper cabinet above the fridge, all into one unit.
Are you really not going to smile after seeing that curl come up?
Was I not smiling?
Not as much as I thought you would.
I was concentrating, I guess, maybe. Well, what I'm doing here is beveling the leading edge so that you can get a tighter door gap. Because of the geometry of the way this swings in an arc, actually, the leading edge sticks out farther and it might hit right here.
Yep.
And then when you close the door, if you put enough gap so that it doesn't hit, you would end up with too large of a gap. Scary. A little bit.
Nice battery.
You like that? It's got the power. I don't know of any other drill bit that is made like this, in this shape. You see?
Yeah, it's similar to like a glass cutting bit maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Or a masonry bit more than a normal drill bit.
So I guess only in Bryson City can you set up a table saw right in the middle of the street and nobody even bats an eye at
Yeah,
it.
they're like, oh, cool, look at that guy.
Yeah.
Wow.
You mind if I squeeze through here? No, you're good, bub. Thanks.
Yeah, I bet in any place like Florida, people would just run you over.
Get the Dude, they be
Here,
calling
they're
the
just like,
cops.
how's it going? I think I can fit. What's up?
Need a hand or anything?
Yeah, they'll get out and start cutting boards with you. I don't know who the lucky person is that's going to get to try to open this envelope.
We might as well wrap it around the bottom there since we got it on there.
But there you go.
You know,
You're not going to lose that check out of there.
they're gonna wonder what in the world. I actually,
They may not bill you next time.
That's taking the zip code to a whole nother level.
oh
wow.
man, dang, Jono. Do you need
She looks terrified. I mean,
need to sneeze or something? What's the matter?
I'm worried too.
I mean, it's gonna. I don't want too much vertical and then the curve.
It's
we
not.
may have to.
Yeah, it's
I
not,
think it's going to start curving quicker.
it's not the right proportions.
Okay, looks like we're making progress here.
I'm gonna need some a little bit of white glue, maybe some all-purpose flour, newspapers.
If I'm not mistaken, you're making a cardboard mock-up of the range hood?
Well,
Right now?
cardboard is so much cheaper than metal. You know.
Small amount of effort, we have finally come up with a cardboard version of the metal hood vent that's going to happen. Jamie's going to take that back to the shop. Are you going to take this back to the physical?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he is going to take this back to the shop, the cardboard piece, so that he has all the dimensions he can pull off of it and make the real thing out of some kind of steel.
I'm probably gonna go down to the local body shop where they fix busted up cars and crashed cars and find some sheet metal from a vehicle.
Oh.
That would be ideal. I mean, it's the right
That
gauge.
looks like about the shape of a Buick hood right there.
I mean, if we could just find something that's already close, that'd
Yeah.
make our job easier. Actually, I did think maybe about using a 55-gallon drum, a metal barrel.
Yeah,
And
that's
because
pretty
it might
close.
have a curve already in it that's kind of close, and it would have some ribbing.
Is this grout cock here? Does he not want to do grout cock to the ceiling?
Yes, grout cock to the
Well, I
ceiling.
asked him that and he said no.
Really? No, just do it then.
Wow. James,
Well, don't
you
ask
want
twice.
this grout right to the ceiling or grout cock at the ceiling?
It's pre-mixed. Maybe it's got a little bit more flexy.
I don't know. Everywhere. Everywhere? Everywhere.
Okay, I think we got it.
So you want this everywhere?
It says flexi on it.
You want it everywhere?
I think I put it everywhere.
Oh my gosh, it is going everywhere, dude.
It is. It's
I'm going nuts right now.
This is weird stuff. It's like, what'd you say, kinetic sand?
It's
or
like
something?
kinetic sand, dude.
It doesn't really stick to itself very well.
It doesn't stick to the wall very well either.
No, and so it's terrible to put on a vertical surface, which is what we're doing. Jason and I have survived the two side walls. Now we're to the back wall, and we've both swapped to the zip, whatever cards for applying this stuff, and it's working great. I feel like we're gonna blow this out, and then we're gonna eat a sub, and it's gonna be a good day after all. Fresh bit?
Yeah.
All right.
If this one breaks, I'm out of here.
Okay.
Dude, we've been here for 4 minutes. I've already broken 2 bits.
Did you just break another bit?
Dude, I'm telling you, all I did was screw it down.
That
bro.
was the first
And I
screw.
didn't even hit it hard. Second screw. I don't need that many, dude.
Yeah, you're going through one per board.
It's
Seriously,
not my
that's
fault.
for you.
I got them.
All right.
I'll smack you in the lip.
She sheared off. Okay.
I will say.
Well, hey, I just gave you 6 of them, so.
When I was cleaning the tile before we did grout, I was using my chisel to scrape the thin set. And I accidentally slipped and I stabbed the supply line there with a chisel, a really sharp chisel. Stuck in it. I was like, ooh. So I called the plumber and I told him. And I also told him about all the other things that I had cut. And, you know, I couldn't see him, but I knew he was shaking his head and his eyes were just rolling like in circles.
All right, I got the mood set for Jason with these mood lights. You feeling like you want to paint?
I feel like I want to go home and take a nap.
All right, well.
Go home and get in the hot tub with my wife or something.
Wow. That's all you got to do is turn on some lights.
And I'll be honest with you, dude, without my glasses on and this moonlighting on, I can't see jack. So I have no idea what this looks like.
At least it looked cool.
It does look cool. I mean, your viewers are going to love it. Jamie might hate it, but I don't know.
We've been painting all morning, and then we just went and got some Bojangles, and we got back just now. It turns out that at some point, Jason switched from the wall paint to the trim paint,
I was just trying to help you guys out.
but didn't really realize it. So we have to backtrack to where he started with that semi-gloss. There, and I think we traced it back to right there is where you started, where it looks shinier, and then you went kind of everywhere. You got the right paint?
Shut your dirty mouth.
You know what they say, Jay?
What's that, son?
That's one way to do it.
That's definitely one way to do it. It's not the way I would do it.
Morning.
Morning, what's going on?
Oh, just wondering who parked here first. You or Ray, because you're about 3 inches apart.
I parked first. I did get kind of far away.
There was another car on this side.
Oh,
and I had to swing in.
All right, well, I'm glad you did, because now I can swing in there, so.
I feel like we're at Ingles.
I've got the post ready, and here's the deal. Every now and then you get so excited to do whatever it is you're doing that you don't fully think it through. And for some reason I was thinking I got to notch out all 3 sides of this post. And in reality, it only had to be 2. And so I just screwed a block of wood back on where I just chiseled the wood out.
Hey, it happens to the best of us, but it's all right.
It's still going to work.
I'm gonna start blaming my mistake on excitement. I was just so excited.
I was so excited to do that.
You're just lucky Jono's not here.
Yeah. Yeah. Thank you. I need a new level, dude.
Why? That was good.
Yeah. So it needs to get tweaked over to the left a little bit. Give it like a big, yeah. That's about where it needs to be. Let me check this way. It needs to go back a little too. I think it's good. I think I'm moving the whole set of steps more than anything.
Yeah.
We took the doors down so we can paint them flat on sawhorses, right? That makes it nice and easy. We also were able to paint the jambs without any of the hardware in the way, and that's great too. But lots of paint got sort of gathered up in the hinge mortising areas and where the latch plate and all that goes. So we're taking a very small, sharp chisel and we're cutting out all the buildup of paint so that everything fits back together. And I thought I had this one done up real nice, but Jason is having to go back behind me and do it again because we went to hang the door, and guess what? The hinges would not fit in the mortises because they fit tight without any paint, right? So paint can build up a thickness, a layer.
Yes, it can.
That can actually affect the fit of things. And we're gonna find out whether I have to remove all the paint from behind the hinge area after we hang a door to see if it actually made the gap too close.
We're putting these hoops in, as Jamie keeps calling them, even though they're obviously rectangular, not hoops. What they're gonna do is support a bench that's gonna be against this wall and sort of be an accent, maybe hold some entertainment center type stuff. And he welded these at the shop. They're in pairs. And very importantly, he slotted these holes here so that the piece of wood that's gonna get screwed onto this can move and not tear itself apart, basically. Is that correct? We're screwing these to the floor and to the wall with our standard screw that we use for pretty much everything, a GRK R4. It's structural, so it won't snap once you get it halfway in there, which is nice. And then we'll either dab the end of that with some black paint, or we'll leave it gold as an accent. Hey, black and with the gold accent is actually in right now.
Is it?
Yeah. I just bought some new pots, like non-stick, and they're black with a gold handles. 156 and 1/2.
Okay, 156.5
divided by 5 spaces.
divided by 5 equals 31.3 on centers.
Yep, 31.3 on centers.
Minus 2. All right, it works both ways.
Math don't lie, no matter how you do it.
Math don't lie.
Ray and I got a $5 an hour raise, and we work 32 hours a week. Who's got a calculator? 10. That's $160 extra a week.
Yeah,
That sounds good.
Round it up to 200.
Perfect.
If you haven't figured it out already, we're down to sort of the nitty-gritty type of work, type of jobs that you don't really want to do on a project, but you have to do to get it 100% complete. One thing is putting a finish on these exterior doors that are fiberglass. Now, Jamie doesn't want to paint them, so we're going to use a gel stain. So when they're done, they're going to look like a deep, dark hickory color, and they're going to look like real wood. This gel stain is like a gel. It's kind of like jelly. You brush it on and then wipe it off after 3 minutes, and it sticks to vertical surfaces. It's just that last little bit.
I don't want to yank on it. Man, that goes down in there.
Oh, that's why. We decided to go ahead and tape the glass on these doors. The way we're doing it is lipping the tape up onto the frame, and then we're just cutting that with a knife. I think that's a pro tip. It's way faster than trying to get it lined up, and you're only losing like a 1/4 inch of your tape width. And if we can't go within 1.5 inches of this thing, we're going like this far out, we just need to quit anyway. So I might be a pro tip. We'll let you know in a minute if that seems to.
No.
What am I doing? I'm talking and not thinking. There we go.
Test before staining on a hidden spot to make sure you like the color.
I don't think we're doing that.
I could test at the house. In my house.
You're right. No, you're not leaving. Jeez, thick.
It's like you almost want to pour it out into something else and stir it better.
Is that my pencil?
I think so.
All right, there we go.
Okay.
Sorry. What? Sound effects.
We're getting this stain put on that you're supposed to wipe off after 3 minutes, and we're looking at it, and right now, without wiping it, it's about perfect because this door has a lot of texture to it. It's the top little ribs, if we wipe it, are just going to be no stain. We're thinking we're just going to brush it on and that's it, leave it. Jason and I are working on the front door of the house, which is super nerve-wracking the way we're doing it. You have to get it perfect, and you got about 2 minutes to get it the brush strokes the way you want, and then it kind of gets too sticky and clumps. So I don't get nervous a lot, but right now I'm nervous about messing up the front door of Jamie's house. We're gonna cut to the shop really quick. This is the piece of wood that's going on top of those pieces of metal that we just installed. And I just wanna show you guys that's in progress, and it looks amazing. We're back at the job, and it's been 24 hours since we put the gel stain on these doors. And in just a few minutes, we're gonna go ahead and try to put the top coat on. It's gonna be a spar urethane. Where is this stuff? Exterior kind of polyurethane. Hellsman spar urethane, clear satin. So satin's nice, it's not too shiny.
See that cut job right there, bub?
Yeah, I don't
It might go.
Is it still good?
There it is. We got the post chopped, we got it beveled, and we've got it sanded. And I think it looks fine. I think that was a good call just to do it. We'll see what Jamie says. Ray and Jamie are leaving. They're headed to the shop, and they're gonna start making this range hood vent thing. I quote Jamie, he said, "I got it all in my head," as he was walking off, so good luck.
I saw him write nothing down. Okay. Nothing. I've been putting this off for a long time so that I can have more time to think about the design for this range hood. And I gotta say, not everything has come together yet in my mind about what it is going to be. I do know that the chimney looking part of it is gonna be sort of like a half circle looking. And I do know that the bottom is gonna be a rectangle, roughly the size of the fan unit that we bought and installed already. That's it, let's get started. I'm making a drawing here of the vertical pipe part, I'm gonna call it, and we're gonna make it about 12 inches wide and about 8 inches deep. Our pipe inside of it is a 7-inch round, but we have some like mounting brackets and stuff that are holding the pipe. I have to get outside and around those. I've decided to make some cutouts of the shape out of wood that we're gonna use sort of as a template and also as a hammering backer, we'll call it, sort of like a dolly. And we're gonna screw them down so that we can just kind of tap the metal over there. We'll pull it off and kind of squeeze it in a little bit, slap it back on here, tap it a little bit. Me and Ray are really getting hammered here with this thing. I mean, this is getting hammered. All right, we're gonna scoot you back. Now we can't touch the back wall because of the outlets. Yeah. All right, I'm gonna let it slide this way till it hits. Okay. Okay.
Yeah, somewhere in there.
3/4?
Yeah, keep going.
Half?
Keep going.
Quarter?
Keep going.
1/8?
Keep going.
1/16? 1/64? 1/28?
We're here with Jamie and Mike, and Jamie just has to have me show this water meter.
Look how pretty it is. Now, I'm gonna tamper with this one a little bit so it reads only about a quarter of what passes. Whoops, sorry. No, it's a very cool looking piece of gear here.
See how good the plumber is.
That little dial in the middle we saw spinning is a leak detector, we just got told, and it's very sensitive. So if you had a question of whether you had a water leak, you could sit here and stare at that thing for a few minutes, and if it moves at all and you're not running water, you've got a leak.
It's the first day back to work after the New Year's celebration. We have lots to do and try to finish up in only another week. My goal was to be done with this project at the end of the year, and guess what? Well, the end of the year came and went, and now it's 2023. We have about a week's worth of work to do, which I think is perfectly fine because we have no hard deadline. I do want to get it done though because I need to get people to be able to stay there so it can begin to produce income and serve its purpose. My job today is to try to build this hood. I'm almost done, but it's taken forever because I have so many other side projects to be working on. Well, I have my cardboard model made now, and it took a lot of taping and cutting and piecing together. So I'm glad this was done in cardboard instead of metal first. Now I think I can just lay this flat on my piece of sheet metal, trace it, cut the shape out, and then I should at least have the exact shape copied into metal. Then I have to make it bend like this piece of cardboard bends. And I think that's gonna be the hard part. I don't know how I'm gonna do it other than a hammer and other things I have around here just to beat it into shape with. I mean, we did it once before.
I guess we can do it again.
It worked fine. Just a lot of hammering. So put in the ear protection and start swinging, I think. I might be able to use one of the edges though, like that. I've just had an idea here. Now this curve is not perfectly consistent, and I bet if I flip my pattern over and trace it again, then I'll see those inconsistencies show up in my two differing pin lines, and it'll allow me to average the curve and end up with a better cut on the first cut. We flipped the pattern and double traced it. You can see I have two different lines here, and it's actually not nearly as bad as I thought it would be. So I feel pretty confident that this shape is gonna fit pretty much right away, and will require minimal trimming and fitting. Bending this piece into kind of like a half of a funnel was actually easier than bending that piece into a tube. And I don't know exactly why it's easier, but I just started bending it kind of like this around something like this workbench, and it started bending. Now what I'm doing is I'm feeling for giant flat spots, which are pretty easy to find. And then I'm putting that flat spot on the edge of my board here, and I'm just kind of giving it like a little bit of a chiropractor kind of move here, and it's kind of putting some shape into those. Oh, well, a little more hammering. Yeah, but hey, it's not all that far away. Jason, welcome back, buddy.
Hey, what's going on?
After the new year, decided to take an extra day off, huh? Good move. I don't know why I didn't think of that.
Dude, we need to take a lot more days off. I think we should just not work, but get paid somehow. I don't know. If we can make that work, that'd be great.
It's a great idea. Well, my man here is going to cut some bars of steel. These are 1/2 inch by 1/2 inch square solid stock. And what that is going to be is a handle for the front of our rolling crates, we're gonna call them. Right here, so there's gonna be a big, long steel bar handle for a drawer pull handle. I just realized we're doing something really ridiculous. We're making hardware for these drawers, and you know, when it comes down to it, we're doing stupid things. Like I'm drilling and tapping these tiny little blocks so that we can attach the hardware from the back and have hidden fasteners. So Jason is here with a 1024 tap, drilling through this hole and putting the threads in there for me. And I'm actually screwing the pieces on that are gonna get welded on so that when I weld them, the holes line up perfectly and I get them perfectly centered when I weld them. These are really small parts. It's difficult to align them and hold them in place while you weld.
Nice.
There you are.
Everything's quality except for the wheels.
They're nice. Wait till you see the handles on them.
It only took a whole day to make them.
Let's see what happens. Wow.
Wow.
Does it work?
That looks fancy. I dare you to call Jamie and tell him none of those fit. They were all too wide. I'll give you $10. How high do you want the TV?
How is it supposed to go?
I would say center 5 feet would be the normal if I just had to guess. There is some crazy math equation like dividing the height of the TV and then adding 17 to your visual sitting height or something crazy. If you want me to just do it, I'll do it.
Let's do the math.
Arlo's sucked in.
Yeah, I never watched this. So I'm like, I don't know.
Wow,
I don't think
I'm on TV. Hey, on a serious note, when do you have this place rented?
Next weekend.
Next weekend.
Do you really?
Okay.
See if it's what you imagined it would be.
I didn't imagine anything.
Perfect.
Oh, you haven't even seen it.
No, I ain't seen
right.
anything.
It is
Okay.
made of 3 parts.
All right.
You know, the base. It might still be hot. No, it's okay. Just welded that.
That's the bottom.
The cone, or this is the part that makes it look like the upside down train stack.
Okay.
Chimney.
And then
then the upper
pipe.
pipe there. Yeah. So
It looks like some steampunk type style stuff, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm not so much into steampunk, but hopefully with some paint on this, it'll look.
Oh, it's gonna
a little-
get painted.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta like get the rust off of it
Okay.
or something. All right. So and Jason just threw this thing on the ground a minute ago, so hopefully it's not tweaked out too bad.
Oh my gosh, look at that.
Kind of hate to see this with a finished floor, big ladder coming
I
in.
hate it a lot. All right, now really just clamp that on there. Ooh, that kind of scraped the drywall pretty bad. But
Oh yeah.
oh, give me one more. I mean, I don't know a lot, but that doesn't sound good.
You want my drill?
It sounds like construction.
Okay, did it go in?
It's fine. All right, I'm gonna hit it home.
Easy.
Yes.
Okay. One down.
I'm gonna let you do the next one, and I'm gonna get some earplugs. Ooh, your drill is smoking hot.
No way.
We good?
Yeah, be careful. We don't want to drop that on.
Yeah, no, front to back though, we gotta get that
front to
checked
back.
out.
Our first screw, no blocking. And I'll have to scan back through the videos and find the picture of where we blocked this wall.
Nothing. Drywall.
We blocked this entire wall.
Drywall.
And we
only.
didn't.
Oh man. Come
on.
Nothing.
Nothing. Wow. We are going to connect this later, FYI. This is just a temp setup right here, so don't worry about that. And this is not a chimney. Oh.
Oh, battery.
Battery. Oh, battery. Come on. A little more? Yeah. We've got the mega vent installed temporarily, and I think the whole point of that was to make sure it fit. Get the holes pre-drilled so that when we go to install it after it's got paint on it, it won't be a struggle and we won't mar up the paint. But I kind of like it like that. I don't know if I'd paint it. He's saying yes, paint it black. I'm saying it looks pretty cool and rusty. I don't know.
I don't love it. Right now I'm not loving the color.
Okay.
Overall, I do love it.
You glad it fit?
I'm so glad. I mean, there's too much time in this. There's too much time.
I didn't want to say it, but I mean, it's probably a $500,000 range.
I really actually don't have a cost associated with it. I don't want to figure it out.
Yeah.
I'm just going to leave it as, I don't know. Otherwise, it'll drive you crazy if you knew how much it really costs. What was the true cost of this?
Don't matter. That's the answer. It don't matter.
It really doesn't. I'm out in the shop working on these little cookie tables that we're going to use for bedside tables. These are going to be cantilevered kind of off the wall, and they have big cracks in them. We tried to epoxy the cracks, but I feel like there's still a chance they could break. So Ray and I are welding up some scraps of 5/8 rebar. I'm going to trace these into the bottom of this piece here, and actually come check this one out. I got started with the router, where I'm actually going to continue to route these in until they're fully sunken down into the piece of wood. And of course, this is on the bottom of the shelf. And then we're gonna pour it full of epoxy. That way, no part of this can break off, especially this one. Check out this really narrow part of this one right here. And I feel like it's risky to leave it without it breaking.
Jamie's gonna hit these with poly right now, and I think we're gonna see something amazing because this epoxy that's now opaque from the sanding, it's gonna go translucent again, I think.
Okay.
We're gonna film it. It's Thursday.
What? No, it's not my birthday.
Thursday.
No, he said, are you thirsty?
Oh, no, I'm good. I got water in the truck.
It's Thursday morning. We're back at the Perkins workshop making a headboard for the rental property, and it's got to be cool, and it's got to match everything else in there, so it's got to be made out of maple planks and like fastened to the house permanently, so they're gonna get that going. And how tall is it gonna be? There was a huge discussion, but it's gonna be mega tall too, of course. check it out. We've got our headboard boards ready for poly. They're all prepped up, and Jay and Ray are gonna do that. Jamie and I are gonna head out to the other shop and paint the range hood.
I got something cool to show you.
And he's got something cool to show me.
Couldn't believe how heavy this is.
Yeah.
It's like literally
A bag of sand.
A bag of sand.
I think it'll seal now.
Yeah, it's hard to get that to seal if you got little bits of this abrasive stuff on top of this bell. That seals like to a gasket there. Here, I'll crack it on, see if it works. Oh, I need the hose.
There it is.
That's better.
Air pressure.
We got it.
It's just the air pressure in there.
Yep.
Okay.
If you're wondering what it's like to sandblast, it's like when you're on the beach and there's about like a 70-mile-an-hour wind, where that sand feels hitting you.
Yeah.
It's bouncing back like 70 miles an hour off of that thing into your face, so it feels just like that.
I have a face shield, but you can't see through it.
Oh. Are you as surprised as I am? Jamie's letting me do this.
Dude, it's so funny that you just said, I swear on my life. I looked over here, I was like, oh my gosh, I cannot even believe Jamie's.
Look, I'm doing no look right now.
I know, you're not even looking. Dude, he's cringing right now over there. Look at his face. He don't know. Look at he's shaking his head. He don't know what's going on.
This is a lot like finishing a paint job on a car. You paint it, sand it after that, you get it smooth again, then clear coat it. And on a car, I think you sand the clear coat again and clear coat it again.
Yeah.
And then again.
Yeah.
But
keep doing it.
It wouldn't look very good if you just did the clear coat right over this sprayed on black. While I was at the shop with Jamie, the guys got these mega handles installed on this console. These are the baskets, we'll call it, underneath. And Jamie made these at the shop, probably Jamie and the guys. And they really give it a nice finished look, so just wanted to highlight that. Those were made by hand, specifically for this, and they look fantastic. I guess I'm gonna unbox this fridge and put it in. I don't know if they're waiting on something, but it's in my way. I'm pulling so hard right now. Oh! I'm okay. I hope that thing fits in there. That looks real close.
Let's see.
No, I'm looking at the height. Hey, we did get this connected as advertised there. That was important. There was this section, if you missed it, missing before when we tried this thing out. There you go. The range hood that looks like an upside down train smokestack. Just like Ashley wanted. I think Jamie delivered. So here it is, and then, you know, you can adjust the height, and then I think you do the cord around the cleat, whatever, like that.
Yeah.
A couple times, whatever, and it holds it. I thought you were a boater, dude. This is this is embarrassing. Is that how you tie your boat to the dock? So no joke, we've got a king size box spring in this little box right here. Look at this. I hope that was cheaper.
Yeah, it's like a quarter of the price.
Okay. Okay, I've never seen that.
You know Brett, he's cheap. So.
Yeah, I've never seen a box spring come in a box. So, as easy as 1, 2, 3. .9. That's, okay.
1, 2, 3.
.9. That's the important part.
It's only one thing.
We got our box spring assembled. Looks fantastic, except for one thing. Check this out. Think that might be a problem? Oh, the bed went in the floor.
I hope this ain't the honeymoon.
So, I don't know. We may have to like Tapcon this thing to the frame or something. Right now, it'd be a wild ride. Wow. Oh, just go to sleep.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Easy. I'd call that good. Ooh, look how nice it is. When that's all painted up, it's gonna be beautiful. Good job.
If you just show me a height, yeah. One thing is they notched the actual frame, so it can only go so far left or right.
Okay.
And
oh yeah, so it's just gonna go there.
It's gonna go. I mean, that's a good height, isn't it? Like eye level.
I can definitely eye level. And there's a bench underneath it that'll come to about here.
I've got some trim head screws. Hang on.
Okay.
Hey, you got the year wrong on this, Ashley. It's 2023.
I just used. It's an average. The law of averages. Okay. Most of it was done.
Oh, that's satisfying, isn't it?
Especially when it gets your name on it.
Oh. Oh, I got my name on it. This is like a point system here. Who's winning?
Bedside cookies and
I'll
bread.
bet you're winning. Windex. I don't want my name on that one.
I'm out here cutting a giant angle iron beam into squares so that I can make brackets for my handrail for the front porch. Now I keep asking myself, why am I making all these things from scratch, from scrap? And the reason I keep telling myself at least is that it will turn out unique looking. It won't look store-bought because it's not, and you can't buy something from the store that looks like this, so it just gives it sort of an authentic look that we're trying to achieve here. So we're just making each part, and I've got these square pieces cut out that are 5/16 thick. I have an old piece of 1 1/4 pipe and some 90-degree elbows, like little macaroni noodles, and that's my handrail. I'm gonna finish it up here, sandblast it, and then get it ready for some epoxy paint. A straight edge here to align my 2 square plates so that they are parallel to each other and parallel to the pipe. Also, I'm trying to get 1.5 inches clear behind the pipe because that's code for handrail. And to do that, I had to space this up an extra 1/8 of an inch with a gap. So I'm going to weld a full 1/8 inch gap all the way around this in order to get my clearance for code.
Full house this morning. Must be something good happening.
Super loud in here, but what's happening is one of the last steps to this house is the shelving that's going to go in the kitchen. These are ash. They're going to go on brackets that Jamie made and be floating, doing the final steps of that. And then we'll take them to the house and install them.
You can put those in my truck.
Yeah. John made a point they're not floating.
They're not floating?
Well, they're sitting on these brackets.
Okay, all right.
You can see the brackets.
Jamie has drawn me a scale drawing.
Drawing? Are
Isn't
you
that what they
from
used to
Are you
say?
from New Hampshire?
On the
Yeah,
Yankee
drawing.
workshop?
Drawing.
Yeah, scale drawing for these shelves. So we're gonna go put them in. We're here. Jason survived the trip with no brakes. So Ashley's got a couple things that we're gonna measure to make sure that our shelving units are the right height to accommodate the things we're gonna use them for. So, coffee pot, 12 inches. That works because I think we have the bottom shelf at 18 inches. Oh. I don't know.
It doesn't have to open all the way.
Yeah, that's like 20, 21.
Probably like that.
Well, 18.
Ish.
They may just have to slide it out. See, I have to slide my coffee pot out from under the cabinet to make it work. These are the corner shelves going there, and they just got glued up. So they actually got transported with the clamps and everything to the site.
I don't know what that is. What is it, a 16th? But it's off a 16th.
Is this really happening right now?
Seriously.
Did you not see us put it up with the level attached to the side?
I know, but it's still... Okay, look.
You gotta have one of
Look
my
at that.
pencils there.
Dude, it's perfect.
I'm gonna go take care of the smoke detector.
The bracket's crooked. The installation is straight.
Yeah, I'm serious, 100%.
Oh, me too. We've got our brackets installed. They're level if you put a level back here, cross them like that. But when you come on out right here, since these are handmade brackets, you see we're on the struggle bus a little bit there. So, yeah, we're gonna have to bend this one down a little bit. Just give it a little, Jason, just give it a little, it's not gonna come off the wall. Oh yeah. All right, put that back on there. I guarantee you we're good. Let's put a little more
I
effort
don't
on
want to pull it off the wall, bro.
It's not coming off the wall, man. It's like on there with 4-inch lags.
You can always patch it.
All right, try it again. Oh, we're getting there. Oh,
Oh,
perfect.
we're Goldilocks.
Dude, nice.
Yeah. What about this one?
We're gonna have to do this one too. One other small project Arlo is working on, and this is really important, I think, is that our door, you had to pull it a little too hard into the gasket to shut the deadbolt, okay?
Yeah.
And that's kind of a common thing. There's the inspector.
Is the coat to that door the same as the coat?
Yeah, it is.
Upstairs? Do you care if I bring my wife over here to show her the inside of this?
Yeah, anytime.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Come on by. See you. Thanks.
Yes, sir.
We had our inspection just a second ago too. We'll show you what we failed on. It wasn't much. So back to Arlo. Arlo is doing some fine tuning to this catch for the deadbolt.
Yeah.
So that it's got a little more room inside and you don't have to pull the door as tight. Let's try it without pulling on the door.
Oh, actually.
There. Yes, I can do
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So that's brilliant. Yeah. Before you had to like really pull on the door and then with the other hand do that. Hadn't seen that one before.
That's a new trick.
Let's talk about this spot right here where we just destroyed the drywall. So what happened was we were bending some of these things like so to get them leveled out and pushing them up and down. But the screw up here didn't hit any blockings. So when I went to bow that thing down just a little bit, crunch, and it ripped out of the wall. And now we got an even bigger patch job to do. I think we can angle this up, Jono, and hopefully hit. There's blocking like literally right there.
Let's see if you like the height here. There's 32.
Yes.
Okay, now how far? Left and right?
Go to the right just a little.
Okay.
I think that's good.
All right, John, I'll hit it with a screw here.
got all of our shelves fitted and sanded, and now they're gonna go back to the shop and get stained and polyurethane, and then come back here and we'll install them. There's a couple finishing details with the brackets I'm gonna have to do now, including just getting the last one back on the wall. Yeah, I got it. You know what was the first thing I did was tried to feel the steam coming out to see if it was hot, and then I read that.
It's hot.
Yeah,
Careful when you refill it too.
Okay. I'm giving up on the steaming. I got one curtain done, and well, it looks way better. I'll tell you that much. Stop that. You're not busy for the next 30 minutes till that goes in there.
Seriously. I think I'm better with the shampoo.
We're back at the shop for what could be the final day of this entire project. Yeah. And we're just checking out this cap that Jamie made yesterday and painted with the epoxy paint. And it looks crazy good. It looked really orange peeled yesterday, but now it's like laid down gloss like a black Ferrari or something. We're gonna spray these shelves now. The only thing is we don't know if this is the color stain that Ashley wants. So she might like it, but probably not. We're gonna clear coat them. We're gonna install them. If she doesn't like them, we're gonna sand it down, like scuff it, stain them again with something else, clear coat it again. So hopefully that's not gonna happen, but it is a possibility.
I don't know if we want to assume what a woman wants.
well. Let's see. Yep, they're good. Bingo. We're back. These are shockingly heavy. Wow. The biggest, nicest post cap I've ever seen. A little memento for you, Brett. The offcut from the last board of your house here. Does that mean you're done? I think. That's the last board I gotta cut. Hey, we made it. We're done. We finished this entire build. Thank you for watching. And if you've watched this entire thing, I want to personally thank you for watching. I've put a lot of work into this, obviously on the building end and the video end, so I hope you enjoyed it. Also, you can rent this property. There's links down in the video description below. It's like an Airbnb, and there's also links to Jamie's other 2 Airbnbs here in Bryson City. So if you want to come stay at this place, you can actually do that, which is awesome. I also want to personally invite you to start watching our next video series on this place. It's a duplex here in Bryson City. It's for local people to rent that are making an impact here in this community, so they have somewhere decent to live, which is awesome. It's really close to the school system, so we're hoping some teachers can get in here. It's really fun. We've got a lot of stuff filmed already, as you can see behind us. Again, thank you for building with us. Thanks for watching, and we will see you on the next one.